In a recent shocking revelation, ESPN has once again shown blatant disrespect toward Caitlin Clark by leaving her off their list of the top 5 greatest women's college basketball players of all time. This decision has sparked outrage among fans and analysts alike, as Clark has undeniably transformed the landscape of women's basketball with her record-breaking performances and leadership. The thumbnail of the video announcing this ranking was misleading, suggesting that Clark will be celebrated as one of the greatest. Instead, viewers were met with the news that she had been completely erased from the list. This move not only discredits Clark's accomplishments but also highlights ESPN's biased narratives favoring players with championships over those who have made significant impacts without them. Critics are questioning the criteria used by ESPN to rank players. How can someone be excluded from the top 5 simply because they lack a championship ring? This double standard is glaringly evident when comparing Clark to other legendary players. For instance, Larry Bird is celebrated as an all-time great despite not winning a college title. Yet, when it comes to Clark, the narrative shifts dramatically. Caitlin Clark has led Iowa to back-to-back national championship games, a feat that should not be overlooked. ESPN seems to ignore her incredible journey and the skill she displayed in elevating her team to the highest level of competition. The only argument against her ranking is the absence of a national championship, which feels increasingly arbitrary given the context of her achievements. The hypocrisy within ESPN's rankings becomes even more pronounced when considering other players who have been honored despite lacking titles. Legends like Oscar Robertson and Pete Maravich never won championships during their college careers, yet they are consistently recognized among the greatest. Why does the same standard not apply to Caitlin Clark? Fans and analysts alike are not falling for ESPN's attempts to rewrite history. It's clear that Clark has not only broken records but has also redefined what it means to be a star in women's basketball. Her influence extends beyond the court. She has packed arenas, driven TV ratings to all-time highs, and elevated merchandise sales. This level of impact should warrant recognition. Yet ESPN seems more interested in maintaining a narrative that diminishes her legacy. The way ESPN pulled this off is both disrespectful and manipulative. They used Clark's name and face to attract viewers, only to pull the rug out from under them by excluding her from the conversation about greatness. It's a calculated move that exploits her popularity while refusing to acknowledge her substantial impact on the game. Even ESPN analysts have admitted that leaving Clark off the list felt wrong. They acknowledge her dominance in women's basketball and the records she shattered during her time at Iowa. Many wonder how ESPN can justify their ranking when Clark's stats and influence clearly place her among the best. Caitlin Clark is not just a talented player. She has redefined the expectations of women's basketball. Her accolades are staggering: 3-time NCAA scoring leader, 3-time All-American, and 2-time National Player of the Year. Such accomplishments should easily secure her a place in any top 5 ranking. Yet ESPN continues to overlook her contributions. The narrative around championships as the sole measure of greatness is flawed. Championships are a team achievement, and no player wins a title alone. Clark carried a team with less championship pedigree to significant heights, showcasing her leadership and skill. Her ability to elevate her teammates is precisely what sets her apart from others on ESPN's list. Despite the ongoing disrespect from ESPN, Clark's legacy continues to grow. She has transformed women's basketball into a mainstream sport, attracting new fans and inspiring future generations. The network's attempts to downplay her influence only serve to highlight their biases and inconsistencies. As the conversation around Clark's legacy continues, one thing remains clear: her contributions to women's basketball are unparalleled. ESPN can manipulate rankings and push narratives, but they cannot erase the reality of what Caitlin Clark has achieved. She is not just a great player. She is one of the greatest to ever step on the court. The fans see her impact, and they will continue to celebrate her greatness, regardless of how ESPN chooses to rank her. In the end, the truth is undeniable. Caitlin Clark's legacy is defined by her extraordinary talent, her historical impact on the game, and her ability to inspire. ESPN's refusal to acknowledge this only exposes their own shortcomings in recognizing true greatness in